Students are learning. Students are learning. Yes. Steve, you okay? Steve, where are you? I think your thing is turned off.
Is he back in?
I mean, I hear his audio. I'm just not seeing his visuals.
Huh.
Steve, you okay?
I don't understand what's going on my end.
Yeah. Yeah, our student's still learning, so please be patient with him. But yeah, he'll get the hang of it. You know, it's a rough 9 seconds, but you'll get used to it. Yeah. And you guys are probably wondering, why am I wearing a Blade shirt while we're discussing Kamen Rider Zeztz? Well, it's because yesterday we finished Kamen Rider Blade, so we had to say goodbye to Kosei Amano, only to end up having to once more say hello to Kosei Amano.
I am logging out and coming back.
Yeah. No, that's Ultraman. Here, let me pull up the right thumbnail for you guys. All right, here we go. Give it a second to load. Yeah, so we say goodbye to Kosei Amano in order to say hello to Kosei Amano in Kamen Rider Zeztz, Case 27, Play. Unmask the enemy. Yep, this is where we're at. This is where we're at.
Yeah, the episode to where Zeztz fights a modern armor hero.
Yeah.
How's that?
There we go.
All right. So, yes, we wrapped up Blade last night, and we finally got our next rider. Let me just say, I had no power in what we got.
Me neither.
You know, it just happens to be that we went from one card-based rider to another.
Thankfully, we won't have to dedicate our doctrine after this.
The thing is that instead of moving forward, we went backwards. We're going to the pre-genesis of card-based Kamen Riders and the first ever female vocal opening.
Yeah.
We've also completed the trifecta here, apparently. We have now completely completed an entire we have scored 3 out of the bingo. Ryuki, Faiz, and Blade are now completely off of the charts now.
Yep. That means we only got. Well, actually, yeah, we got Ryuki. Is that right? We already got. We got Kiva, Faiz, and Blade done.
Yeah, but we would have to go through Deno and Kabuto and Hibiki to get to Kiba.
Yeah, but the point is, we got 3 out of 9 already, and now we're gonna shoot for 4.
Yeah, so we're getting there. We're getting there, and the chances are of people saying to the person who said Ghost, I applaud you for being so brave.
Yeah, I mean, I would do Ghost just to get it out of the way, just like how we did Ichigo to get it out of the way, and how we're currently doing Cosmos to get it out of the way.
Well, the bottom line is that we went through this whole thing with Tachibana, and now we have him again, but in a midlife crisis.
Yeah, hey, we already had emo Tachibana before, in King Oger.
Now we have midlife crisis Tachibana trying to emulate Brad Pitt from Fight Club. Yeah. He even has the same haircut.
Yeah. All that's missing is like a single frame of a Coca-Cola can in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah, it's so much. It's so much like Fight Club. Is that apparently, Kosuke Amano, the actor, has his own Fight Club full of nightmares that he uses, and wearing PJs while he does it.
And also, when he fights, he laughs sadistically.
I'm like, Tachibana, Amano, are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? Like, seriously? I am slightly concerned. I am slightly concerned.
Yeah.
You know, like you were scared of death, and now you relish in death. You even make razor blades fall from the sky to attack your enemies. How much of an edgelord do you have to be? Now, is it a shock that Mr. Amano is here? No, because apparently the internet ruined it for us, or it ruined it for me, because apparently there was a post going around of actors of how many roles they've had in Kamen Rider. And guess who was at the forefront of that post?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you didn't know, it was like, oh, that what? For real? Yeah, Mr. Amano was revealed to be Kamen Rider Dawn.
Yep.
I'm like, oh. You know, that would I wanted to wait. I wanted not to be spoiled. But apparently it's like, yeah, you do know that Yuria Haga, who was Mari in Faiz, has had more than just 4 roles, right?
You know, I totally get the internet spoils it for you and you unintentionally see it. I remember when Beast Morphers was airing when...
Oh yeah, when the UK release got leaked.
Yeah, and then it was revealed that Evox and Venjix are one and the same, and I'm like, oh, thanks for spoiling it for me, guys. I mean, looking back at it,
I mean, even when they first did the trailer for Beast Wars, I'm like, why is Evox so similar to Venjix? That's kind of weird.
I'm gonna be very honest. When I heard the synopsis of what they were doing for Beast Morphers, I said to myself, and here's the thing: I was watching Power Rangers on Netflix at the time, and I was like, okay, so I finished Jungle Fury, then I went into RPM. You know, just to see what everyone's all about. It's like, yeah, okay, it's the Terminator of Power Rangers. Cool, great. But when you actually know the actual show source, it's kind of like, yeah, why do the Zords have funny, googly anime eyes and they have explosions in the background and you're wearing spandex? Like, why not heavily armored suits? Why
it's not spandex?
It's not spandex. It's a self-assembling nanofiber.
I know. Okay, I know. And Dr. K, you're yelling at your future husband right there. So, Anyway, so when Beast Morphers came up, and I'm like, wait a minute. So you're doing what Gokaiger did, but you're doing it with Go Buster in terms of having like an homage and everything like that. Again, I had just finished watching RPM when Beast Morphers was airing at the time. So and not to mention, I kind of already knew that you didn't really kill Venjix. Venjix isn't really gone. You kind of just trapped them, and instead of destroying the Morphers or whatever, you kind of just seal them away in a box and put them away. In one of the earlier episodes, the box is right there.
Yep.
And I said to myself, no. Because apparently something happened in the cyber world that caused our Escape and Data versions to be all like evil and stuff, but the box is right there. And you're called what was it called? What did we call the enemy in Beast Morphers? It wasn't Evox. Yeah, Evox. Yeah. So it's like, oh, this is too. And I was like, I said it. I remember I said it. I'm like, Evox is Vengeance. I promise you that. I say it. I'm saying it. Everyone thought it was bullshitting, but I'm like, didn't I tell you? Because it's clearly what other enemy could it have been? Like, oh, we're like maybe it's another, or maybe it's like some no. Don't give me that Skynet bullcrap. Skynet is an app now. Skynet is software. Skynet is actually a computer. No. It's the same fucking thing. Yeah. It's just a different timeline. Also,
to be honest, when I did hear the synopsis for Beast Morphers, and I heard that they were fighting against an evil computer virus, I did immediately think, Vengeance 2.0. And plus, if you go back and watch Beast Morphers, like before, while Evox still had the snake filter voice, if you listen closely, you can hear on besides the filter, he has the same speech pattern that Vengeance had. So it's like there was a lot of foreshadowing. But still, it would have been nice for it to be. I mean,
it's a nice little homage because it's like, yeah, we never really destroyed the virus. It's trapped.
It had that cliffhanger ending, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, unless you guys threw it into a vat of hot liquid metal or something, or threw it into the pits of the mountains of Gondor, or Mount Doom, it's like, okay, fine, but like. I'm like, oh, that's a nice little nod. But of course, having every single weapon and tech from past shows and series, I'm like, yeah, we're doing what Megaforce should have done, but we're adding a twist and bringing back an enemy.
Yeah. To be fair,
in a proper way. I'm not saying that's not like, oh, that's so stupid. No, that was actually brilliant. I'm like, yeah, we didn't actually beat him. He's still around, so.
Yeah, well, that's not what I was going to say. What I was going to say, and yeah, I agree that it was a great way to bring back Vengeance and then finally defeat him. What I was going to say is, to be fair about like not killing off Vengeance, they didn't. None of them knew. Not even Dr. K knew that Vengeance was still in Scott's Morpher. So for years he was just literally locked in a case. And then Nate unintentionally brought him back and gave him snake DNA.
The snake DNA part was kind of weird.
I don't know. Ask Hasbro or whoever wrote it.
Yeah. I don't know. But Power Rangers is a dead franchise. We're here to talk about a very live and living franchise.
Yeah.
Why are we here?
Past 24. 57 episodes.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about freaking Commando. Basically, if you've ever seen episode 11 of Ghost in the Shell, we're basically fighting the bad guy from episode 11 of Ghost in the Shell. Boy, the number left does show up a lot in this podcast, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're here to talk about episode 27 of Kamen Rider Zeztz, Case 7 Play. I wonder what that means.
Yeah. It's the episode to where our main Kamen Rider fights a modern armor hero. Because I'm going to be honest, Kamen Rider, and I don't mean this as a bad thing, because I love Armor Hero. Dawn legitimately, to me, for the most part, looks like a modern Armor Hero.
He does. I mean, it is a Kamen Rider, but it's not like a traditional looking Kamen Rider. It's kind of like it kind of falls under the the Ryuki level of what we would assume a Kamen Rider is. Like, yeah, you have Ryuki and you have Knight. But then you have the other ones that, well, these are Kamen Riders too, but they look nothing like a Kamen Rider. Even in Zeztz, it's like, you have Agent 4, 5, and 6. When they transform, it's like, oh no, they don't look anything like Zeztz. They look nothing like him. And yet they're like considered Kamen Riders. And now we have this Kamen Rider that, again, looks more like a metal hero.
Armored hero.
An armored hero, very warp twisted version of it, but still, it's like, again, looking at him, wouldn't say he was a Kamen Rider. I would have thought like it was maybe something out of another Toko property.
Yeah.
Although I'm wondering.
Oh, hey, did Japan raid China's closet?
I don't know because our villain here, Sieg, has a very nice pair of shiny pajamas.
Yes, he does.
He seriously, Tachibana is like 100% like just the satin robe, the shiny matching pajama bottoms, and he's wearing slippers
and a trench coat.
And the trench coat is just like, I think it's just a bathrobe.
Oh, it's a bathrobe?
I think it's just a bathrobe because I'm like, that is not a trench coat. That looks nothing like no damn trench coat.
Okay,
the guy is literally the guy.
Then I need to take a second look.
Take a good look at him, and it's like he's wearing a bathrobe and slippers. I would have been like, it would have been more better if he was wearing like bunny slippers or something. Like black rabbit slippers or something. I'm just like, well, yeah, we do have a Kamen Rider of dreams. So how come everyone's dressed as an agent? When are we going to get the eccentric looking riders that like actually give a theming of sleep? And we got Zeke here. We got Dawn here with his Resident Evil looking Lugers that he's going around with.
Yeah. I mean, I still prefer the 148 Beretta with the skeleton grip.
Honestly, it blows my mind on like the creativity sometimes of these shows. I'm like, you have such a perfect timing to have something here, and I was like, are we gonna get that? And we do, and we got it from Mr. Amano, who actually did dye his hair to be in this role. A man of 47 years old went completely platinum blonde.
I'm not gonna lie. When the first scene when he untransforms, either one. When you see like the close up of his face with the sunglasses and the blonde hair, I couldn't help but think of Vash the Stampede from Twilight.
No. You know what I thought of when I looked at him, and this is again, Vash the Stampede did show up, but Vash isn't sadistic.
No, I'm saying he looks like him, not actually.
But I was like, oh, you know what this is giving me off, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, you're bullshit. How does that remind you of him? I'm like, no, it does. It really does. It reminds me of Father Anderson.
Yes, Alexander Anderson.
He reminds me of Grand Paladin Anderson from Hellsing.
The Judas Priest. Oh, you mean like the band? They were named after him.
I'm just like, I want to know if he's gonna have like, if he's just sadistic through and through, or if he's gonna have like those moments of like that Father Anderson had, where it's like, like he's fighting Alucard in the damn Vatican, and like ready to fucking stab him like 8 ways a Sunday. Here comes Saris with the tour group, and they're just like, they stop halfway. It's like.
We're talking about the mood killer,
or like when like towards the end where like they're fighting the Nazis and the Vatican again. I know, it's not what you think it is, but I know that a certain organization ruined the look. Okay, I know, but. Yeah, after all that, they're like, the Vatican is about to arrest Sir Madam Helsing, and they're like, oh, we're gonna tie her up and take her in, and blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. And it's like, Anderson, they're gonna tie me up and throw me in a dark room. What do you think about that? And he's like, I shun such actions. We're not rapists or murderers. We're paladins. And then she's like, I'm going home. walk me home, Anderson. He's like, I will protect your maiden virtue. Are you kidding me? You were just
crazy Protestant bastard.
You were shooting at her. You were fucking about to kill her. Now you're like, we're walking her home because again, you're holy knights of God. So that's kind of your thing. I feel somewhat of that with looking at Amano dressed up that way. I'm like, yeah, he looks like a psychopath. He even kind of gives off the vibes of one. But I'm wondering if he's like, if he'll have like some type of like, especially now that Nem is now a more major part in this, but more so our sister Minami is more involved now. And apparently, since Baku, like in this episode, told Minami to like move out, to get away from him, to be like, no, I want you to go somewhere and like, stay away because my life is super dangerous. And she's just like, stupid. They come at you at your dreams. Who's going to come and get me? Code's not code is in the physical realm. I mean, they could.
Yeah.
But again, for Minami, she doesn't care because she's like, no, I'm standing by my big brother. Which I think we actually solidified here that Baku is the older sibling and Minami is the younger sibling.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We have never gotten that in the entirety of the show. We always assumed that Minami was the big sister. I'm like, I kept calling her big sis.
I always saw her as the mature sister.
Well, it doesn't mean that she was. I was like, yeah, but I was like, because she was mature, she kind of had shit. I was like, I just assumed. I'm like, no, she's the baby. She's the little sister. And I'm like, wow, Baku, you. But then again, seriously, it's like, there has to be an adult somewhere. There has to be an adult somewhere.
I remember there being a few times to where they say that, Minami is the younger sister. So
I don't recall, but I'm like, I always just assumed that Minami was like, the older sibling of the two, especially how she was the one running the house and everything like that. But either or, it's taken me a while to get through that intro though.
Yeah,
I kind of missed the original one.
Yeah,
but it is very Blink 182, very 30 Days to Mars, AFI, whatever kind of 2000s ish bands you want to put it. I've seen many people like even say Paramore. It's a very Paramore-ish type of opening. Which, by the way, whatever happened to band music?
Yeah,
whatever happened to the bands? My God, we need that stuff back. What's all this crap on online and shit? Seriously, what happened to pogoing and freaking moshing and going to concerts? The little thing Ozfest is coming back. But yeah, Six is in the hospital. She's recovering, but she's okay. 5 is pissed off at 3, which I don't blame him. I would have killed 3 by this point. But we're seeing a side of Agent 5 that we didn't see previously, which he actually cares about the agents and all that stuff. The last time he was just some fucking meathead, which I'm like, wow, we have changed the timeline here.
Yeah.
3, on the other hand, is still a fucking asshole, which I'm like, God, I've never wanted to punch someone so badly, but I really want to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
What about Kusaka from Fies?
No, I would drown him. I would drown. My hatred for Kusaka was immense. I'm like, no. Physical beatings are not enough. Death is the only thing for Kusaka, especially the way he looks at me.
Yeah, just take his head, put it in the water, and wait until the bubbles stop.
And again, I say this about the character, not the actor.
Of course.
Anytime we speak on characters, we are speaking of the character, not The actor did a wonderful job portraying an asshole who wanted a simple girl going on a midnight train going anywhere to notice him, but she never did.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, I hate Izzy from Dino Fury. I don't care how much of a hot take that is. It's bring it on, bro. But like, I've got nothing against Tessa Rao. She's just playing a character. She's just reading a script. I just don't like
it's the writing that sucks. That's all. No, it could be better. But yeah, we do kind of get a little bit of the lady with Nem. We don't know what exactly their whole thing is yet in this timeline, because it doesn't seem like it's changed that much. What else is there? Oh yeah, the Fight Club. Yeah. So yeah, no, take a good look.
Basically, it's like the one good scene from Ninja Steel, where we get Venjix and not Meg, the other one. In the Japanese version, his name is Guy. Yeah, where Guy and Herodekimides fight each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, this is something that Kamen Rider Dawn has on, like, it's his own little personal place, which kind of is like, yeah, no, the blonde frosted hair is not just giving off a cry for help. You also have a fight club for nightmares.
So Nightmare Club?
Yeah, but we don't talk about it.
Yeah, first rule of Nightmare Club. We don't talk about Nightmare Club. Second rule of Nightmare Club: do not talk about Nightmare Club.
You're pretty much is like, yeah, whoever wins their fight gets to go fight Zeztz.
And then at one point, Sieg or Jeeg, however you pronounce it talks about how, wow, no wonder Zeztz defeated you. And the Nightmare's like, I don't recall that name. So, and then he brings it up later in the episode, like, about Baku's premonition. So I'm like, were you watching his dream? Were you somehow involved in that, or what? Like, what's the whole deal with that?
My whole thing is that we have the wolf nightmare that ate Nem a couple of episodes ago, and we have this new nightmare that kind of looks like
that one Gadoshu that took Dian's gun.
Yeah, but it also kind of looks like Kamen Rider Drive, but with multiple eyes.
Yeah,
like the
style Ghetto Drive.
Yeah, so the style of it kind of looks like Drive, but it's got all these multiple eyeballs on it. And I'm like, okay, the wolf we've already had multiple times on this show, so sure as hell this isn't our nightmare that we're gonna deal with. But yeah, kind of decides to pull a fast one and tries to attack Sieg. Doesn't work out because you do not mess with a man in floppy bunny slippers. And it's like, yeah, you know what? You got spunk. I like you. I'll let you go. Go and get Zeztz. Prove to me that you can do it. As for you, big bad wolf, we haven't seen a crucifixion since the 70s. But that's what happens. Our big bad wolf gets strung up by chains and put in a cross and gets shot at. Immense torture. I was like, wow, you know what? Tell me you're a psychopath without telling me you're a psychopath. It's like some guy that just gets a job at a pet store and then tortures all the little animals, but no one really says anything because, well, people buy pets all the time. They come in and out all the time. You're a horrid monster. You really are. All right. So, moving away from such a bleak. Let's see. What else is there? I already talked about getting Minami to move out, but she won't do it. We do have Best Girl Nausicaa and Fuji now confirming, like, again, they know nothing about this stuff, but it's actually confirmed now that the black cases are happening. They don't know what they should do or think, but it's like, do you think that Baku kid is lying? And Nausicaa's like, no, because I heard my childhood friend. How did he know about her? How did he know about this? So it's like, it's like more easily convincing that, Fuji's already on board, but Nausicaa needed to hear Kareha for her to be like, yeah, I'm on board. I am totally on board. And finally, we get a conversation between 0 and 7.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but that's before Baku decides to go and use his Gachapon tokens to get more Gachapons. And ain't it always the way? He gets doubles.
Mm-hmm.
We
learned something interesting.
Yeah.
We pull a page from a Castlevania Aria of Sorrow where getting multiples of the same capsule powers them up.
You never bothered to tell us this before?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're telling me the other times that we got like doubles, we were like, yeah, Baku just gotta put them away. It's like, we could have done that. Yeah. You mean we can upgrade our capsums? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you not pay attention to the tutorial? Did you skip the tutorial? Really?
There was a tutorial.
Man, you got okay. Yeah, I guess you were. I guess you were that excited.
I was just like button mashing the B button right to end the dialogue, dude.
Yeah, I guess you were like, I really want to play this game. So you're like, fuck the tutorial, I'll just wing it. And it's just like, seriously, you didn't bother to know you could parry, that you could do this. You do know that you do have a blocking mechanic, right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I had to keep going back and buying more you. Okay. Okay, new type. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so we get a little conversation between 0 and 7. And apparently we have learned that this new Kamen Rider his name is Sieg or Sieg.
Yeah.
However, we say it in the proper German way. It's Sieg. And he was a former agent, just like everyone else. He was an agent. He was the former Agent 4. Wait, have we already had an Agent 4 already? I don't think we have. As far as I know, it's only 7, 6, and 5. Then there's 3 and 0, and then the lady, which is number 2.
Yeah, we haven't seen 1 yet. Well, are we going to presume this guy's number 1? Is his name Sieg Warber Jaegerman Jensen?
I mean, it's like, so Sieg, it's like, okay, but 0 said he's the former Agent 4. So I'm like, okay, so now we're just missing Agent 1.
So is Agent 1 going to be Kamen Rider Dusk?
I have no idea. That's interesting. I'm like, but wait a minute. Everyone else is an agent. Why did you say he's former Agent 4? You mean he's no longer with you guys? He's no longer an agent of code? What is he then? that we're not briefed on. We're not told anything about it. Mm-hmm. So all we know is that, yeah, Kamen Rider Dawn is this psychopath who has Fight Club and rains razor blades down on his enemies. He's a dangerous man. But 0 tells 7, are you gonna turn away? Are you gonna not be the hero? Baku says no, but I can see that you're trembling, Baku. Yeah. Because you saw what that asshole could do.
Yeah. So basically, it's like, hey, look, how about we do a truce? We got this new rider up here, deal? And then Baku's just like, no, piss off, hangs up.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm going to do it my way. He's not. And again, remember, last episode, 0 and 3 have implemented a new operation.
Yep.
What that operation is, we don't know.
Project Somnia.
So yeah, Somnia, but we don't know what Somnia does. We don't know what it is. Like, what exactly is Somnia? We don't know. Even something like, I thought this guy was part of Project Somnia. No. Again, I called you just to make a truce because we know that this is going down. I'm like, so you guys didn't even know about this. No. My God, what the I've seen more organization in organizations like the on the Andy Griffith show more than I've seen here. Holy shit. And they had Don Knotts.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
Why are there so many nightmares? For sure said there will be a few nightmares.
I tell you, I got demons to take care of. Now I got some psychopath with a midlife crisis, and also I got this weirdo that he works with you. What more can you put on my plate? We got Jello.
Yeah,
there's always room for Jello.
Yeah, just make sure that you save the strawberry Jello for that one guy in the prison, and then Dylan just takes it anyway.
Yeah. Honestly, there's a lot for Baku to take in right now. It is just like, yeah. But do not worry. Do not threat. Nem is here with us. So what are you gonna do, Agent 7? What's your plan? Where's Nox? Why? Because whether you like it or not, officially, unofficially, he's our secondary rider.
Yeah, you're not going how in the first half of the show, aka the premonition, he was basically, kind of a rival, but now he's like, yeah, I see what he's trying to do now. We're both against code. I say we team up.
Yeah, officially, unofficially, Nox is the secondary rider. I know a lot of people were like, we should already have a secondary rider right now. Yeah, we should, but...
It'll be interesting if this will be like the first season since Kuga where we don't really have a secondary rider. Like, we have a bunch of riders. Like, we have a bunch of riders, but none of them are secondary.
I mean, it could be possible. It is possible, honestly. As of right now, the one thing that makes it a short is that Baku gives Nox the recovery capsule. Yeah. And Nox is like, again, wow. I've been looking for you. Yeah, I know. But you're just gonna give it to me? It's like, yeah, like why? Like, why are you like, look, I know who you are. I know what's up. And the thing is, I don't trust Code either anymore. So
they try to gaslight me, but I know better.
So the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So I know last episode you were fighting with like not even 20% of your overall power and strength. So how about you use this, get back to 100%, and me and you gonna kick some ass.
Yeah. It's as Malik Blishtar once said, "The enemy of my friend is also my enemy."
We're here to play card games and kick ass, and we're all out of ass.
Yeah, so obviously Baku gets his little plasma, shines light on the world, and reveals our nightmare hiding in the shadows. Obviously things are going well for him, but then interference. Yeah, interference by a man in bunny slippers.
Oh, all right.
It's a bathrobe. He's wearing a bathrobe.
Alrighty, here we go. Kamen Rider versus Armor Hero.
And is it just me, or is Mr. Amano look a lot younger than he did when he was doing Blade?
What, does he have Benjamin Button disease?
He looks a lot younger than he did when he was on Blade.
I mean, you could say the same thing of Mr. Kohei Takeda.
Look,
where he looked 32 at 22, and then looked 22 at 32.
Look, Kyohei, I would fight the entire 199 battle for Kyohei. All right, that's how far I would go to protect that man. So, but to me, it's like, the fact that Mr. Amano, especially since how we last left him off, and especially with that movie, it's like, I feel like you had more of a midlife crisis when you did Missing Ace than you are being depicted here. At least I'm like, no, the haircut's fine. I mean, the platinum blonde could be, but you know what? We're trying to make him look like Brad Pitt. And he's also very unhinged. So, why not? But he looks really good for 47. Anyway. So yes, this man in bunny slippers and bathrobe decides to run interference and finally transforms in front of all of us. He happens to have like a dragon or a serpentine worm as his like, I don't know, I guess as his own personal nightmare, or that's just his rider suit. That when he transforms, it's more of like a gelatinous ooze, maybe even blood because of the razor blades. Especially when he transforms, it goes from like it's from a very vibrant red to purple, like very, very, like very reds and purples. What also could symbolize blood. I know people want to say, "Oh, our blood is purple because there's no oxygen in it." But once it leaves our bodies,
our blood is more brown than anything. Or actually,
that's a lot.
It's red because of the iron.
I mean, the thing is that our blood, regardless, has oxygen going through it all the time. So it just happens to be that it's not a vibrant red. It's just like a little bit, but it's not a vibrant red. I mean, the reason why it looks
red is not so much oxygen as much as it's hemoglobin. It reacts to oxygen, which causes everything to turn red. But again, when you deprive blood of hemoglobin, it becomes a sickly yellow color. It's really nasty.
Yeah,
I've dissected some crazy ass cadavers back in my day.
It's even the same thing, like, oh, well, how come the purple? What's the purple about? Again, when your blood coagulates or starts to harden, it goes from like a red color to a more like darkish brownish purple color. So,
and if you're an undead, it's lime green.
Yeah. So there you go. So
I remember one time for Halloween, I dressed up as an undead Andrew WK. So I drew like green nose blood, while wearing like a full black like t-shirt and pants. Basically, it's like basically the way Andrew WK always dresses, but black and like green blood coming out of my nose.
Mm-hmm. All we know now is that Baku is getting double teamed right now. He's got Dawn on one side, and then he's got the Nightmare on the other. What? And Nem and Nox are just standing there. Like, are you not gonna fucking do anything?
Yeah. Like, what gives?
Yeah, what gives, Nox? I would think you would want to be a part of this shit. It's like
at least get like your Nerf gun and start shooting it.
All we know is that Baku has to go Super Saiyan in his plasma form because apparently base form is not strong enough to go against Dawn.
Yeah.
Well, But again, apparently Tachibana also paid attention in school because before the final rider kick could be used, he used his blade as a lightning rod. Science!
Yeah.
Seriously, that's all you needed? I mean, okay. And if people want to say, oh yeah, you're shooting for the blood thing too much, there's a part in this episode where Dawn does a rider kick, and literally before he jumps in the air, he summons a puddle of blood to launch him in the sky. Yeah, take a good look at it. He summons a puddle of blood to launch him into the sky to do a final rider kick on the nightmare that he sent.
Metal.
And then finally, and this is possibly the most medalist thing I've ever seen, his rider kick doesn't explode the nightmare. What the rider kick does is it lands, paralyzes the nightmare. 4 serpentine dragons go into the ground, pop back up as
an Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
And then, and again, in the most medalist way possible, Squizgar, just come in and destroy the thing.
His ninja capture is terrible.
I'm
this rider is the most medalist rider I've ever seen.
This is just like, yeah, like I'm like, wow, I didn't know Metalocalypse sponsored a Kamen Rider.
Yeah, you know what? Death Clock should have sang the second opening, or they should, or better yet, they should sing. They should do Dawn's theme song.
I'm surprised that Metalocalypse just never did the theme song to like Yu-Gi-Oh! 5 days.
I am just like,
who the son of fairy be? Cronies black wing shovel, you say
I swear, like Dawn has to be the most medalist looking rider there has been in a while. Like, I know people wanted to say the Edgelord Awards go to Zenkaiser and possibly Dawn Brothers. But I'm like, no. The purple motif, yes, but no.
In terms of Rider Eden doesn't compare to this Edge.
No. This is more edgelord than anything. This is just, again, they're not hiding the fact that this is a psychopath in a rider suit. Hell, even when the transformation happens, the blood coagulates, and it literally is razor blades on his helmet. The long, sharp-pointed antennas that way are literal razor blades.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't forget the Fragile sticker on the back of his head.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is a man unhinged completely. But apparently the battle ends, and the next thing you know, we get dropped off on the set of the movie Tropic Thunder.
Or Mad Max.
Not Mad Max. Like it ain't leather.
You know what it reminds me of? That one episode of Kamen Rider Black when everyone's attacking the whale dude for no reason.
Oh yeah.
I need to watch Kamen Rider Black again.
You really shouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, I do have the Blu-ray from Discotech plus Black RX. I would not to watch both shows again.
Yeah. I would not recommend it.
Well, apparently you're twice the man that I am. But hey, there's always time to be back in Black.
I mean, obviously, I give props, and I did, to Black, and also there was a little bit that I did not mention, and some people were like, "Why didn't you mention that?" Look, I know. If it wasn't for Kamen Rider Black, we wouldn't have Resident Evil. I know. Yes, you think I'm bullshitting about that, but I'm not. I'm not. Like, seriously, I think the script writer for that show actually did script rights on Resident Evil 2 and onward, because they had made the first one, and they're like, we should make a second one, but they're like, yeah, the guy who directed and wrote Kamen Rider Black, the show, said this sucks. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, and in doing so, that's how they made Resident Evil 2, and they just went with it. Yeah, no joke. Look it up. Kamen Rider is responsible for Biohazard. And if you don't believe me, go look it up. I believe it was, oh my God, what was his name?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was also responsible for Bio Lizard.
Oh, from Adventure 2?
Yeah.
Live and learn. Except, no, that played during the Final Hazard. The Bio Lizard plays Supporting Me, which is still an awesome song.
Let me see here.
And you know, Shadow the Hedgehog is black too. We need Shadow and Totoro to team up.
Yeah, you know what's funny is how like they have that Sonic versus DC crossover. Like Sonic is the Flash, Amy's Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah. I've seen this.
And naturally, a Shadow is Batman.
Yep.
Yeah. So Noboru Shigemura. Nobu Shigemura was the one who, again, that's from 13 onward, which I don't know how to think about that, because that's the amount of time that I complained. Yeah. Noboru Shigemura obviously worked on Zoo Ranger, Kaku Ranger, but he also known for Resident Evil, Code Veronica, Dino Crisis, Amamusha, Devil May Cry, Clock Tower 3, Seek, and Hunting Grounds. So, because of the man who wrote the script for Kamen Rider Black, we wouldn't have Resident Evil. So there's your little, I did not know that, but now I do. But yes, that was Kamen Rider Zeztz Case 27 play.
So what you're telling me is the plot to Resident Evil is a Gorgon plot.
Yeah, pretty much. It sounds.
I keep saying, "Hey, no reruns, dude, no reruns."
Well, think about it. I mean, Nobara he didn't do 1 through 13. He took over from 13 onward, which were all those questionable things that I even said. I'm like, there's even sometimes when you look at Resident Evil and such, you're like, wait, what? Why did we need to do such a convoluted puzzle? Why did we need to? What? It wouldn't it have been more simple just to do this than go through all that trouble? Either or, for good or for better or for worse, Kamen Rider is responsible for continuing on Resident Evil. But yes. Ooh, Mr. Ano. Mr. Ano. I'm liking the bunny slippers.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's a badass. I mean,
yeah, he kind of had that one quirky thing to balance out everything else.
If he was just a goof, running around in his PJs, I'm like, this wouldn't have worked. But the fact that he's a psychopath wearing PJs, I'm like, no, that we don't call that crazy. We call that eccentric.
Yeah, even Easy from Durarara. It's like he's a psychopath, but he has a little bunny keychain on his phone.
Yeah, he's got the one cute thing that's just it's that's a man that would kill you before you even said your first word to him. Yeah, but why does he why is he wearing that pink Powerpuff Girls shirt? Don't question.
This man is crazy. No, poor people are crazy, Jack. I'm eccentric.
Yeah, very much is what we could say about Sieg right now.
Yeah.
He's not crazy.
Howard Payne. That's what I'm gonna start calling him. Kamen Rider Howard Payne. Or AKA Sieg Warbrieggerman Jensen. He was number 1.
And then Hoaru is like, bitch, he's what?
Honestly, yeah, no, I mean, this is an 8 episode. It's an 8. It's a continuation, and it's also a solid opening to bringing in Sieg. And I mean, obviously, we didn't need the nightmare here. I mean, the nightmare design is great, but in all honesty, it's like you were just a throwaway. Like you showed us what Sieg could do. You showed us how capable he is, which is like, all right, so the nightmare here is just pretty much a lamb to slaughter, pretty much. Yep. All right. Okay. Where we go from here, all I know is we're on the set of Tropic Thunder, and the big bad wolf has made its appearance for the 5th time in this show. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll wait for next week.
Back to the classic 2-episode formula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. For me, this one's also an 8. Good fan service. Good fan service. I have to say, one of my favorite things about it is like, man, how scary does Sieg have to be that that even Zero's like, dude, we got to team up with Baku like fast. And Baku's like, nah, bitch, you do yourself.
Yeah, you do you. I ain't involved in this shit. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's like that one scene from John Wick. It's like John, listen, I want to say I'm sorry about your wife, and also like whatever my son did, he's an idiot. You know, I'll kill myself for you, and then like hang out. It's like, what did he say? He said enough.
Well, that was the thing in that movie. I'm like, so yeah, he was gonna go after your son anyway, and yet you went after John Wick yourself. Why? I'm like, wait, you knew that you even told your son, get the fuck out of my house. Don't come here. You know, you're a dead man. And then Johnny kills him. And then next thing you know, the old man's going after John Wick. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
You knew what was going to happen. Why the fuck are you making? We wouldn't have a movie. I guess, but I'm like, that's pretty stupid. You told your son, like, you're fucked. Leave. Don't get me involved. And yet he threw himself in there once his son died. I'm like, these old Russian dogs, man. They just can't. They just can't. Oh well.
Yeah.
It was a damn good movie, though.
Yeah, I give this episode an 8.5. I thought it was a good episode, and yeah, Dawn's a little terrifying, especially since his freaking finisher is an Iron Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Iron Maiden. That was like, okay, that is medalist. Fuck, dude.
Fuck, Toki. This writer's metal as fuck. We should convince Nathans to have him be our 6 members of our bands.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, what do the people have to say?
All right, let's see. We only got 2 comments then. Is this the Kosei Mono never left? Can you imagine if you guys got Force instead of Ryu?
That'd be too much Kosuke Amano to handle.
Yeah, and it would be too much Tachibana to handle. Yeah. Can you imagine how shook Code has to be for Game Horror here has to call a truce Baku? Yeah.
Like, what did you guys do?
Yeah, you see, Baku, we have an armor hero from China in our Japanese show. Why don't we call a truce to take him down? No, piss off.
What if I offered you some code secrets? Would that give it to you? Bro, dude, you already promised me that, and you still haven't reciprocated. If you haven't done it by now, you're never gonna do it. What do you mean? I never even promised it to you the first time. You trust me? Trust me. It's been in the rerun. God damn it, that stupid rerun. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Well, that's it for the comments, guys. If you enjoyed, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, ding the bell icon to be notified. For these videos, we discuss all things Kamen Rider, Ultraman, and Metal Hero, and other miscellaneous things. That's right. We got Ultraman Cosmos, Kamen Rider, Zeztz, Kamen Rider Ryuki now. Tojima Tanzabar wants to be a Kamen Rider, and Super Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity. Yes, episode 6 coming right up tomorrow. And of course, check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we discuss all things movies, TV shows, video games, interviews, and vlogs. We hope to see you soon. In the next 2 weeks, our schedule is going to be a little bit erratic because, well, you guys will find out if you follow our social medias, but yeah, like we're still gonna do shows, just not as consistently, just for the next 2 weeks. So but stand by. But thank you for supporting us through both before and after. And of course, if you want to say hi to us in person, you can find us at Robo Toy Fest, May 31st to the 26th at Burbank Convention Center. And of course, Power Morphin, August 28th through the 30th at the Pasadena Convention Center, where they just recently announced we're gonna get both O-Red and O-Pink.
Yes.
Olay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
I did speak with O-Red for a bit last time he was here. Nice guy. Language barrier is very, very strong.
Yep.
O-Pink, that's kind of almost the same, like, as if, like, Deca Pink, like Umeko was here, because that actress has done a lot. Not only was she in Sentai, she's also done live action dramas, and I think she's voice acted a few characters. So.
I wasn't really able to meet any of the Japanese actors last time around, except briefly with Ryota and Kyoke, because like they were like walking around, and Ryota just happened to recognize me briefly. But yeah, there was this moment where O-Red looks at me and I look at him, and he looks at me and I look at him, and he looks at me and I look at him, and then he nods his head in acknowledgement, and then I nod my head back in acknowledgement. It's like that scene from Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Masaru Shishido, O-Red, he was a really awesome guy. Kenta Sato, who was Red Turbo, he's awesome. He legitimately loved being Riki and Turbo Ranger, and being the Car Ranger fan that I am, I was wearing my Excel Changer and my Red Racer shirt, and he even pointed it out. It's like, you're wearing Car Ranger? And I'm like, yes. Yeah, I know, wrong series, but close enough.
Yeah. For me, like my wallet's gonna cry this year because I have to get these signed. Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna try to get all 6 Jew Ranger actors together. Because like we've had 4 of them in the past, plus another 5. Oh, sorry, not 5. And then we had Shiro last year. So given the fact that we have 3 of the actors now, I wouldn't be surprised if they get Boy and Goshi, because they did get them before. And if they get Don, I would like that'd be dope, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, we'll see. And they're still announcing.
And the vast majority of people who are meeting Shiro Izumi for Dragon Ranger, I met him for Change Pegasus.
Hell yeah. Hipster.
Hey, don't blame. Hey, at least I'm not a part of the. I only like Jew Ranger just because of Mighty Morphin and not for what it is.
Yeah, or better yet, it's like, I like Jew Ranger more than Mighty Morphin because it's dark and edgy, bruh.
Yeah, those Child of the Week plots sure could have fooled me.
Yeah. Yeah. They really could have fooled me, but yeah, no, it's like but yeah, no. Power Ranger, that was a fun series, high key.
Olay.
Olay. Yeah. Shame that the 2 movies aren't in here. Yeah. Or are they?
They're not.
They're not. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I like about Ryuki is that it actually does come with a movie.
Yeah.
13 Rider special, not so much, but it's not like we haven't seen that special before. But yeah, no, it's can't wait to get these signed. Oh yes, and of course Kaku Ranger because damn it, that means I have to get Ultraman Great and Powered on Blu-ray too, don't I?
I thought that's what you were going to do in the first place.
It's $45, dude.
Well, maybe it'll go down in price before Morphicon.
Yeah. Like the upside is that 2-day shipping, Yeah. It's still hard to believe that even though of the 3 series, Ultraman's my least favorite, but somehow I have the most complete collection for that one out of the 3 series. Oh man. Yeah. Am I gonna have to get like all 17 seasons of Metal Gear on Blu-ray as well? Yeah.
Well, I might as well tell you this right now. The Just Beyond one is out of print, and somebody on Amazon was selling their copy for $2,000.
So I've noticed. Don't get me started on American Beetleborgs. Yeah, but with that said, guys, we hope you enjoyed. Please, we hope you come back real soon, and we love you guys. We really do. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.
Good night.
Daily dreams. Don't let the nightmares bite. Yeah.